You know, when a massive healthcare company publicly circles a date on the calendar and calls it pivotal, you gotta pay attention. It's way more than just a plan, it's a declaration. So today, we're gonna break down their multi-billion-dollar blueprint for the year 2026 and what it really signals for the entire industry.
And this is the core message, coming straight from the top. It's not about dreaming up a bunch of new ideas, it's all about execution. That simple phrase tells you everything you need to know about this turnaround. They're getting back to basics and promising to actually get things done.
So here's how we're gonna walk through their strategy. First, we'll look at why this year is such a big deal. Then, we'll explore the two very different paths they're taking for their main divisions. And after that, we'll dive into the three huge pillars of their turnaround: their mission, a massive tech investment, and a brand new promise of transparency.
Okay, first up, why all the focus on 2026? This isn't just another year on the calendar for them. It's being set up as a make or break moment for the whole company.
You know, what's really striking here is how upfront they're being. The leadership team is basically coming right out and saying, hey, our two biggest divisions are on totally different schedules. It's a pretty candid admission to past struggles, but it's also paired with this real sense of confidence that this new plan is the one that's going to work.
And that leads us right into the next piece of the puzzle. A company this huge just can't use a one-size-fits-all approach. So instead, they've cooked up two totally distinct game plans for their two powerhouse divisions. And this slide really lays out the two playbooks perfectly. On one side, you've got the established UnitedHealthcare division. For them, it's all about optimization, getting the pricing right and focusing on the right customers for the long haul. Think of it like fine-tuning a really powerful engine that's already running. But Optum? That's a whole different story. It's younger, it's still growing, so it needs more time, more investment, and fresh leadership to really hit its stride.
So a really key idea for Optum's future is this thing called integrated value-based care. What on earth does that mean? Well, to put it simply, it's about changing how we pay for healthcare. Instead of paying doctors for the number of tests and procedures they do, you pay them based on how healthy they keep their patients. The company is betting big on the markets where this patient-first approach can really work.
And as part of that big bet, they're making a major move internally. They're basically merging Optum's financial services team with its tech and data arm, Optum Insight. The whole idea is to smash their fintech and health tech talent together to create more powerful all-in-one solutions for the market.
Okay, this brings us to the first of the three foundational pillars holding up this entire turnaround plan. And interestingly, it doesn't start with spreadsheets or numbers. It starts with purpose.
And here it is. This is the company's official mission statement. They're putting this right at the front and center, basically saying this is the why behind every single move they're making. It's like they're trying to find their North Star again.
But look, this isn't just about sticking a feel-good quote on the company website. What they're really trying to do is spark a full-on cultural reset. They want to re-energize this mission across the board and remind every single employee why they wanted to work in healthcare in the first place.
Now for this second pillar, and this one is all about following the money. The company is making a huge play to become a leader in applying smart, modern tech to some of healthcare's oldest and toughest problems.
And this is really the central question they're trying to answer, isn't it? I mean, healthcare is famous for being complicated, slow, and clunky. Can a massive investment in technology finally actually change that? And these aren't just empty corporate buzzwords. These are the real-world frustrations that drive patients and doctors crazy. So the whole point of this tech push is to make healthcare simpler, faster, and way more convenient, while also giving us, the consumers, more control and giving doctors better insights.
And they are putting some serious cash behind this promise. We're talking about a planned investment of $1.5 billion just in 2026. And they've already said they'll spend at least that much again the following year. This is not some small experiment. It's a core piece of their future.
All right, on to the third and final pillar. And honestly, this might be the most critical one for rebuilding their public image. The company is committing to a clear, systematic plan to be more transparent and accountable to all of us.
And they've laid out a very clear three-step path to get there. Step 1, they're bringing in outside experts to take a hard look at how they do business. Step 2, they're going to actually implement the changes those experts recommend. And finally, Step 3, they're going to start opening up their books and reporting on key metrics to the public. So what does transparency actually look like in the real world? Well, they're committing to publicly share data that has historically been kept under lock and key. We're talking about things like their claim approval rates, how their rebate systems work, and even their pricing.
It's a pretty huge step toward public accountability.
So there you have it. The blueprint is on the table. They've got a renewed mission, they're making a massive tech investment, and they've made this bold pledge for transparency. But the ultimate question, the one that really matters at the end of the day, is still hanging in the air. Will any of this actually make the experience better for patients? I guess 2026 is the year we're going to start finding out.